Have you ever looked at a map and wondered about that massive, icy island at the top of the world? That's Greenland, and it's quietly becoming one of the most important strategic locations on Earth. For decades, it was seen as a remote, frozen outpost. But now, with melting ice and new global rivalries, Greenland is at the center of a geopolitical chess game, and NATO is making some major moves. Why the sudden interest? It's a combination of three powerful forces: geography, resources, and climate change. Geographically, Greenland sits right in the middle of the GI-UK gap. That's the stretch of ocean between Greenland, Iceland, and the United Kingdom. This has always been a critical naval choke point. During the Cold War, controlling this gap meant controlling the Soviet Navy's access to the Atlantic. And guess what? It's just as important today. Any power that wants to project naval strength from the Arctic into the Atlantic has to pass through here. For NATO, this means keeping a close eye on Russian submarine and naval activity. Russia has been heavily investing in its northern fleet, building new icebreakers and modernizing its Arctic bases. Their submarines are quieter and more capable than ever, and they regularly patrol these waters. NATO's ability to track these subs is crucial for the security of North America and Europe. And Greenland, with its prime location, is the perfect listening post. This isn't just a new idea. During the Cold War, the United States built Thule Air Base, now known as Patuxent Space Base, in the far northwest of Greenland. This base was a cornerstone of America's early warning system against Soviet missiles. It housed powerful radar systems that could detect incoming threats over the North Pole. Today, that base is more important than ever. It's been upgraded with advanced space surveillance technology, tracking satellites, and monitoring potential missile launches not just from Russia, but from other global powers as well. It's a key part of the US and Canada's NORAD defense system and a vital NATO asset. But the game is changing. Climate change is the big wild card. As the Arctic ice melts at an alarming rate, new shipping routes are opening up. The Northern Sea route along Russia's coast and the Northwest Passage through Canada could one day become major global trade arteries, cutting travel time between Asia and Europe by weeks. The nation that influences these routes holds tremendous economic and strategic power. And with the melting ice comes access to what lies beneath. Greenland is believed to hold vast, untapped reserves of oil, natural gas, and rare earth minerals. These minerals are essential for modern technology, from smartphones and electric car batteries to advanced military hardware. As the world transitions away from fossil fuels and demand for these minerals skyrockets, Greenland is becoming a potential treasure chest. This brings in another major player, China. China has declared itself a near-Arctic state and has been aggressively pursuing economic and scientific opportunities in the region. They've invested in mining projects, proposed building airports, and increased their scientific presence. While these moves are framed as purely economic, NATO leaders are wary. They see a pattern of China using economic investment to gain strategic influence, just as it has in other parts of the world. The fear is that a strong Chinese foothold in Greenland could give them a strategic presence right on NATO's doorstep. So, what is NATO actually doing about all this? The strategy is multifaceted. First, there's an increased military presence. NATO countries, particularly the US, Canada, Denmark, and Norway, are conducting more frequent military exercises in the high north. These drills, like cold response, involve tens of thousands of troops practicing operations in extreme cold weather conditions. It sends a clear signal that NATO is prepared to defend its interests in the Arctic. Second, there's a major push in surveillance and intelligence gathering. This means more patrol flights by maritime aircraft like the P-8 Poseidon, more naval ships in the water, and more investment in satellite and underwater sensor technology. The goal is to have a complete, real-time picture of everything happening in the air and sea around Greenland. Third, and perhaps most importantly, is diplomatic and economic engagement. NATO understands that this isn't just a military game. Winning the support of the Greenlandic people is crucial. Greenland is an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark, and its government has a growing say in its own affairs, including foreign investment. The US reopened its consulate in Nuuk, Greenland's capital, in 2020 after it had been closed for decades. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture. It was a clear statement of commitment, followed by millions of dollars in economic aid aimed at sustainable development, education, and strengthening local industries. The idea is to offer Greenland a better partnership than what Russia or China might propose. Instead of deals that could lead to debt traps or environmental damage, the US and its NATO allies are offering a partnership based on shared democratic values and sustainable growth. They are helping Greenland develop its economy in a way that benefits its people directly, hoping to build a strong, resilient partner in the Arctic. This strategic pivot is not without challenges. The harsh Arctic environment makes any operation incredibly difficult and expensive. There's also the delicate political balance. The people of Greenland want investment and development, but they are also fiercely protective of their environment and their autonomy. NATO and its members must navigate these sensitivities carefully. Ultimately, what's happening in Greenland is a microcosm of the new era of global competition. It's a contest that's being fought not just with warships and fighter jets, but with economic aid, diplomatic missions, and scientific research. The future of the Arctic, and arguably a big piece of global security, could be decided on this giant, icy island. As the ice continues to melt, the strategic importance of Greenland will only grow, and you can be sure that NATO will be watching every move. It's a silent, high-stakes game being played at the top of the world. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this look into Arctic geopolitics interesting, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world. See you next time.